Dr. Shepard, thank God you're back.
Your whole life could change in a split second. Just one single moment in time can obliterate everything you ever knew.
In the tragedy written by William Shakespeare, Macbeth is torn between the pushes and pulls of good and evil. Macbeth was pressured to make the decision that would soon change his life. The thoughts that were put into his head by his wife became a challenge for him, pressuring him to take the life of King Duncan to satisfy their power for hunger. For many days he wrestled these thoughts, but in the end he lost the battle, and his ambition for power overcame his humanity, resulting in him killing the king. This decision began to impact him and his wife's everyday life due to the guilt and shame that suffocated them. Lady Macbeth battled with her guilt constantly until her final decision to end it all. This was shown on Act 5, Scene 5, line 16. Macbeth's conscience began to overtake him. He began seeing illusions of people he had killed, which was shown in Act 3, Scene 3, lines 1 and 2. Their guilt consumed them because of this one single moment of killing King Duncan. It caused their minds to punish them for their actions. Not only does the effect of a single moment impact the characters in Macbeth, it also impacts the characters in the story 102 Minutes.
In this story, many people struggled with the life-changing choices they were being faced with when the Twin Towers had been struck by two planes. These life or death situations included things like whether or not to try to get to the bottom of the tower or whether or not to stop and help people that were struggling. These decisions would soon change a person's life forever. The character Brian Clark struggled with these choices multiple times throughout the book. When Brian Clark finally made his decision, he was positive it was the right choice. He ran down the stairs to try and save his own life, but showed the audience his selfless acts when he tried to save Stanley Pramath as he was struggling to survive the fire. This was shown on page 97, as Clark heard a cry for help and quickly ran to Stanley. This one small decision that Brian Clark made to save Stanley also saved his life, showing that one small moment can change the life of someone forever.
The idea that a single moment can affect the lives of many is also shown in the short film A Sound of Thunder. In this film, a group of people traveled back in time and were strictly informed that they were only to kill animals that were already extinct in the time period they were living in. This shows how one small action, such as stepping on a butterfly, can change the whole world in a single instant. By killing a single butterfly from the past, it impacted the way of life in a dramatic way, including the way people spoke and how the power of government was laid out.
This song, written by Ed Sheeran, reflects on guilt people face every day from their choices they've made in life that have made them who they are. In this part of the song, he talks about how people can't even look at themselves without the self-judgment, which can be positive or negative. Throughout the song, Ed Sheeran questions who he has become, states how fame is destroying him, and how money is the root of all problems. This shows how his decisions impacted him by making him feel like a different person, relationships being broken off, and resulting in the use of drugs. This shows how decisions do not only affect you short-term, but also long-term.
Everything you do either results in something positive or negative. The choices we make reveal what type of person we are. Throughout these texts, this idea is shown through the evil character in Macbeth, the heroic character in 102 Minutes, the clumsy character in The Sound of Thunder, or Ed Sheeran, a man consumed in his fame. So be thankful for today, because in one moment, your entire life could change.